From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's the best morning after ever radio show with John St. John, the stud that he is, former porn star. John?
Here we are, live from a bunker. We're not in the Slam Internet Radio studio still. We've been out of the studio, in the studio, out of the studio, and now we're out again for this special Saturday night breaking news episode. I am again John St. John, your host, without my fellow co-host Cindy Lou, but I have standing in my awesome announcer.
Dip, 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 dip. Awesome.
That's right. My announcer, Strike the Pose, is with me tonight, live. And without further ado, let's get to our breaking news story. It's about a 2-minute clip, so listen very closely and you'll know what's going on.
Mark, do you know anything about the Saved by the Bell movie coming out?
Yes, I heard about it. Yeah, that's about all we know. We're not involved anyway, so no one came to us and asked for our involvement, so. Would you like to say something about the whole thing? You're just keeping your mouth shut?
What would you like to say? You look like you're aching to say something.
It does. He looks like he wants to say something. Wow.
From what I understand, it was based on Dustin Diamond's book. I'm guessing you have not read that, or have you?
I've read excerpts.
This guy's such a dick.
Danny or Dustin?
Sorry, I'm right here.
Diamond.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I used to say it. I don't know Dustin at all, but like everything I read, and like he and I have talked endlessly about Saved by the Bell, and I grew up at the same time. I was acting. Like I used their sets one time when I did a pilot. Not me personally. I was an actor, but they used the sets, and I met him as a kid. And they
did?
Yeah.
You met me?
He didn't even. He literally did not even like give me the time of day.
Yeah, like a little scamp.
Yeah, because I was the artful dodger. I ran on.
Yeah.
But the Dustin Diamond thing is just so silly. Like it's just so I don't know. It's so negative, and it always bums me out because he's like.
It is.
I know
negative.
everybody.
That I
from
must
the
say,
show.
it's like everything that I've heard about his book is that it is negative, and I don't remember those things because my experience on the show was very positive, and that's why when people say, "Oh, you don't like talking about it," it's like, no, I don't mind talking about it. I just don't really remember that time, but also everything I do remember was extremely positive.
But like I know Elizabeth and Tiffany and Mario, and everyone has nothing but like awesome times to say about that except for Dustin. And I'm like, that might be you, bro.
Do you think it's bull? Do you think he's making it up? Or
I think a bunch of
it's a skewed perception of what it is?
I think a bunch of it's bullshit.
But it's
I think he's so full of shit, like his sex tape.
It's his perspective.
All bullshit.
It's his
you saw it. That's not him. Come on. Screech is not packing that the hell out of here. He doesn't have 6 buildings beneath him. There's no fucking way. You're full of shit, Dustin. Suck it.
And on that note.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Mark Paul's new Screech, angry at the old Screech.
So that was that. News breaking of the book that's coming out. That was the comment by Breckenmeyer and Mark Paul Gosselaar. Mark Paul Gosselaar used to be Zach on the show that made Screech, Dustin Diamond famous, Saved by the Bell. And Breckenmeyer is now Mark's co-host on a new show on TNT. But that is the breaking story about the fact that they're calling him out as bullshit on the book that's coming out about the show. And I have another clip here to play. More breaking news with Screech, Dustin Diamond here in just a moment. We'll play the next clip and we'll get into that story. And I actually have comments from the star himself coming up later in the show. So without further ado, let's get to our next clip. Another breaking story about Screech, Dustin Diamond.
He played an innocent high school student in one of our favorite 90s sitcoms, but now he's all grown up and apparently stabbing people. Saved by the Bell star Dustin Diamond was arrested in Wisconsin after getting into a bloody bar brawl on Christmas night. The actor and his fiancée left the Grand Avenue Saloon just after 11 p.m. When police caught up with them, they found a switchblade with blood on the tip. The 37-year-old admitted to accidentally stabbing a man in the armpit while defending his fiancée. According to the district attorney's report, Diamond told police there was a group of intoxicated people being rude and insulting when his fiancée got into an altercation with another woman and he intervened when he saw she was bleeding. Then chaos broke out and people were grabbing at him. According to several reports, the other man was not seriously hurt. Diamond was charged with disorderly conduct, carrying a concealed weapon, and second-degree recklessly endangering safety, a felony that could land him 10 years in prison if convicted.
Wow, so that's our other clip we had to play. Not only is he in a tell-all book, he is also... Not only is he in a tell-all book, he is... Sorry about that. He has also been charged with stabbing a fellow bar patron the week of... Actually, on Christmas Eve Day itself. So, crazy things going on in Screech, Dustin Diamond's life. And on the phone, I believe we have... live here on the Best Morning After Ever special week of shows, Saturday after Christmas show. Dustin Diamond, Screech, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
So is any of this, what's going on, man? Are you having a little meltdown? You know, you have a tell-all book about you, you do some porn, you're doing stand-up, you're having a little trouble up there in Wisconsin?
Well,
why are you stabbing people? What's that?
Everyone's got to make $1.
I guess. But how you make $1 off of getting stabbed? Are you just trying to get the free publicity or what?
Well, absolutely. I don't really know martial arts, you know. I mean, Mr. Belding and I used to fight all the time.
Mr. Belding. Yeah, so you were on Saved by the Bell, the former...
That's how I got my start.
You were Miss Bliss. You were the Miss Bliss show, which turned into Saved by the Bell, which turned into Saved by the Bell of college years, which turned into Saved by the Bell of new class. So you literally were that character for almost, 15 years?
Yes.
And you still sound exactly the same, by the way. You still sound like Screech.
Well, I kind of grew up a little bit.
You really don't sound like it. No mean to offend, but that's okay, because that was your character. You made a lot of... Or that's actually the question. Did you make a lot of money with this character?
I think Jessie, when she did Showgirls, she made a lot more money than I did.
Yeah, that movie wasn't the best, but I actually enjoyed it. And he got a lot... She got panned. I don't know what she's up to, Elizabeth Berkley. She's kind of faded away herself.
We all did.
Well, you didn't hear the clip. I didn't have you on the line. Apparently, your co-star, the star of the show, Zach, he doesn't want to talk about it. He's fine with, it being all told in a book and a tell-all, but his co-star of the new show he's on doesn't think too kindly of you. Breckenmeyer from a bunch of movies, including Road Trip, does not take too kindly to you. He thinks that you're pretty much full of it and that you don't have a extremely large penis. So I want to ask you about that as well. But do you have any comments on him bashing you on national TV?
Well, anyone could play Garfield.
I don't know if Breckenmeyer, did he play? I think he might have, actually.
He was on Robot Chicken mostly, and I was Saved by the Bell. The difference is you could see me on screen. You can't see him.
And, the thing about it
probably
is...
looks like a cartoon character.
Have you been able to make money with your character? I mean, did the adult movie sell well, or are you still hurting from that? I mean, you're in Wisconsin now. You're not in L.A. anymore.
I'm still hurting.
And this whole thing about the stabbing, I mean, what if you go to prison for 10 years? Are you gonna be able to handle that?
I got a good attorney.
Yeah, I hope so. For your sake, I see you just got bailed out, so you're lucky enough to be out of jail. Are you concerned at all about your well-being in your future, or are you just going to keep raking in those profits from the adult movie and from the TV show?
Don't let me get raped. I don't want to get raped.
I hope that doesn't happen. But, speaking of the adult film, we kind of breezed over that one. I was going to play a clip. I figured I could just have you talk about it yourself. One of the things in the tell-all book discusses the fact, and even you were on the Oprah Winfrey show a few months back talking about the fact that...
Yeah, I get her.
The whole porno thing that you did was totally fake. It actually isn't you in the movie. Is that true?
It's a stunt cock.
What's that?
Ever watch Orgasmo?
Yeah, but no, it's supposed to be real though. I mean, that's supposed to be your real. That was the whole big deal about get Screech's porno, see his big penis. So there's no truth to this.
Well, I'm skinny. I'm lean. Lean guys have big dicks.
I've been involved with the adult industry myself in the past. I've been behind the scenes as crew. I've done a little acting, and I'll tell you, you never can judge a book by its cover. But I would think, you being of the Jewish heritage, aren't they known for having the endowment, and then you don't cut it off either. Or I guess you do. You cut part of the skin off. But anyway, so aren't you going to comment on the fact that you're now saying to Oprah Winfrey herself, the big queen of media, that you did not act in that film? What's going on?
Well, she always said that black people had bigger dicks, but I had to prove her the opposite.
I didn't see the whole interview, but I don't think you were showing her your penis on live TV. I could be wrong.
Behind stage, I did.
So there's no truth to the rumor that, or actually it's been all over the news, that you did not record that movie at all. You just appeared in parts of it in the tub, and then the stunt was a stunt penis, basically. The penis, the sex scenes.
It could have been your penis.
Well, I thank you for that. Yes, I'm impressed by the film, and sure, I guess I don't have to be shy about that. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about Screech and his penis. So the question
Screech
again.
has a giant penis. If the ladies are listening.
So you don't want to answer the question. I get it. You just don't want to tell me whether or not you faked it.
The rumors are true.
So you did fake it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because see, it makes sense to me that you wouldn't want to show your real penis on screen. You would almost want this to be a controversy. First of all, you'd get more attention, and secondly, you wouldn't have to say, I showed my penis on TV. Because in case you ever want to be
the attorney.
I mean, if you ever want to be a serious actor again, that might be kind of difficult doing porn.
I could afford the attorney.
You can't afford. Okay, so what are you saying? Just because you're living in Wisconsin, you still are making good money off of Saved by the Bell?
Pretty much.
Because in the book, it talks about how you're broke, and that's why you ended up in Wisconsin at some buddy's comedy club, and you've been doing a lot of comedy lately. So how's that going?
Can you lend me some money?
Lend you money? I thought you were doing well from Saved by the... Oh, for the legal fund, right?
Yes, the Dustin Diamond Legal Fund.
So I heard that you, because you were in prison for a couple of days, you were all miffed about the fact that you missed the Packers game. Are you a big Packers fan now? You live in Green Bay? You like the Fudge Packers? Oh, I shouldn't say that being from Chicago. Even though we had a dismal season, I'm a Bear fan. But anyway, so you're a big Packers fan, is that right?
Yes.
So what was the big deal? How could you miss it anyway? I thought they got TVs in prison. Were they keeping you in seclusion, away from the prison population?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Belding.
Are you okay over there? Are you a little nervous? Is there a gag order or something? Is there something I need to know? You're not able to talk about this?
Coke.
What?
Hi, Mr. Belding.
You're just gonna keep saying hi, Mr. Belding? That's a reference to your old boss on Saved by the Bell. Jeremy Haskins, I believe, is his name. He's still acting. He's done a lot of brief roles, but nothing like Mr. Belding. I mean, you guys must be raking in the dough. You're asking me for money. Come on. Don't you get royalties every time that show appears on TV?
It doesn't really appear much.
It's on everywhere. It's on TNT. It's on, it was on for a while. I think it was even on Nickelodeon.
I just thought doing porn might get the attention of the girl who played Kelly, and she might do me. I'll make her Screech.
There's another video that's floating around online. TMZ actually played some clips comparing you and Steve Urkel and all like the young nerds of TV and what they're doing today. And one thing Steve Urkel is, I mean, first of all, he looks totally different. He's trying to look like a totally different person. And he doesn't really talk much publicly. But do you have no problem being in public, doing your stand-up, talking about Screech? Obviously, you still sound a little bit like him. No offense, but you do kind of have a high-pitched voice. Is that any problem to your career, or is this whole thing with the negative, the bar stabbing, is this helping you or hurting you? Seriously.
Well, seriously, once I go to prison, I'm going to be hurting.
So wait a minute, you're a little nervous about losing your case. Is that the deal?
Absolutely.
Well,
you know what they do to skinny guys in prison?
I don't know. You tell me. What do they do?
I'm afraid. I'm a porn star.
I think they're going to want to be, they're going to probably be asking you to look at your penis quite a bit. You might actually end up getting a shiv of your own either in your side or your butt, or who knows where they put it.
Just as long as I'm saved by the bell.
I don't think there's any prison bells that are going to be ringing. This isn't a TV show. Unfortunately, this is real life. and this is
The
Wisconsin.
wedding bells aren't going to be ringing.
Screech, man, I'll tell you, Dustin, you're pretty funny even when you're under a lot of stress. So, moving on. So, this trial, you're going to go through trial. Are you hiring the Johnny Cochrans of L.A. or who are you getting to defend you on this?
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, you're getting the real Johnny Cochran. Actually, he's dead.
I thought you could get Mr. Belding.
You could. I think Mr. Belding was an attorney before he was an actor. There you go. You're going to better call him up. So you do, honestly, though, you're going to get off of this charge. You really didn't actually stab this person intentionally. It was some sort of accident? Or what happened? In your own words.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to stab the guy. He walked into my knife. I just wanted to scare him. You couldn't see me fight a guy. I just scared him. I pulled the knife out and slipped between his armpits.
You know, you have a kind of a fiery history. I mean, you're on all these celebrity shows. You're on the Celebrity Fit Count, and you spazzed. I have a clip here if I can find it. You spazzed at the one judge. What was your beef with that show? I mean, weren't you making good money off of being on there as well?
You want the honest truth?
I'm here to hear the honest truth.
The dead honest truth? It's all the cocaine.
You know, there's been a lot of allegations that you're actually a druggie, so is there some truth to that as well?
Of course. How do you think I'm so skinny?
Nature. You don't eat enough. You're poor because you're not getting enough money from the Saved by the Bell, residuals. So where are you at now? Are you still in Wisconsin, or have you fled the state, or what's going on?
I'm on house arrest.
Oh, I didn't realize they put you on house arrest. So you're stuck in. You live just outside of Milwaukee, I believe, right? Or are you in Madison? I'm not sure what part of Wisconsin you're in.
Madison.
You're just outside of Madison. So, I mean, that's a big change from hanging out with all the celebrities in L.A. and, you know, all the hot women and the Playboy shows and parties, all that, hanging with Hugh Hefner. So what do you do for fun these days besides do some stand-up?
Masturbate.
Well, according to the videos, you don't have any problems with that, or for that matter, getting a woman.
Belding.
Are you still with your girlfriend, or did she leave you over this whole mess?
No, she's with me.
She's sticking with you.
I'd kill you too if you touched her.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the size of the appendage you have. I saw in the porn, and that's why I'm like, wow, he's got a horse penis over here. How did you have a lot of girlfriends when you were on Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, I did Kelly.
No, you weren't having sex with her.
Everybody did.
Everybody did, Kelly?
Including Mr. Belding.
Wait, Kelly was I'm confused. Who was Kelly? Refresh my memory. I know obviously Zach and
she was Zach's girlfriend.
Oh, Kelly, not Kelly Clarkson. I forget her name. So wait a minute, hold on. So she was like the show's I don't know, the slut, the town slut, the town whore. Tiffani-Amber Thiessen. Are you talking about Tiffani-Amber Thiessen? You said you were having sex with her?
Yes.
Was that any good?
Yes.
I mean, she ended up being a model, and I thought she was on even Saved by the Bell for a minute. I mean, not Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
She was on Baywatch, I thought, after Saved by the Bell. No? Hello?
Yes.
Did we lose my connection? Oh, you're still with me. Yeah, so, wait a minute. So you're, okay, I would have thought of you as being kind of a shy, you know, just kept to himself,
Well,
went home.
it depends on the mood.
What's that?
It depends on the mood.
So you weren't the nerd that you played on screen. You were kind of a ladies' man. I keep losing the connection. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
So you
I'm
were
looking at my penis.
you were more of a ladies' man.
That's right.
Interesting. So, okay, if you're having sex with the cast, I mean, how does that had to be pretty difficult relating it to work with them every day during Like, what if you had like your on-screen, a scene
With
where
a
you're
penis like this, forget it.
You're obsessed with your penis. It's kind of funny. Actually, so was America. I trying to be sort of PG rated here with the show, but obviously we're swearing. But I would like to
It's
play.
funny time Whitey's bringing it back.
I would like to play the actual clip, but I don't know about copyright either. Would you give permission to play the clips? And that would be the thing.
I get full permission.
Now we have to pull it up because we weren't ready. But you've done the sex tapes. Are you planning on doing any more if you get exonerated from the prison sentence you might have over this stabbing?
Whatever makes the money.
Whatever makes the money. Well, I wouldn't mind doing a tape with you one day. Could we do one together?
Sure.
Well, I don't know about, I want to see what happens with this case, but...
You want me to autograph your penis?
We'd have to do that on set. We have to get me... You could be my fluffer. We could fluff each other. A little circle jerking on camera.
Works for me. Mario Lopez did.
I just want you to know... Oh, really? So Mario Lopez is a little gay?
Of course.
I thought he's married. He's got a really hot Spanish wife.
So did Tom Cruise.
What about Mark Paul Gosselaar? He's not gay, right?
No.
Zach? He likes you, by the way. He defended you in all of these interviews, where people are trying
He
to...
should.
Why
All the secrets I kept from him.
I bet you there are a few. I always thought you guys would all have been a bunch of tweakers on the set, like, all kinds of drugs. Is there... I didn't read the book, obviously. It's being made into a movie. Is there a lot of good stuff in there? Were there a lot of drugs on set, or any at all?
Oh, absolutely. Why do you think Kelly went off and did Showgirls? Or Jesse, I meant.
No, I was actually Jesse, wasn't it? Yeah, Elizabeth Berkley. Well, I don't know if it had anything. I don't know if it had anything to do with the drugs. It would have more to do with being a little more liberal with her, showing her, cooch. I mean, she was naked in that movie.
The boobs are fake.
Well, you can't really tell that in the movie. Showgirls is a hell of a film. I don't know why people panned it so much. It's actually kind of true life in Vegas. I mean, everybody's trying to make a buck, get into these big shows, and they end up all stripping at the local club. And there's about 10 clubs you can go to. It's actually kind of a true story, which is weird about that film, that they would actually do like a biography of Vegas in a way, and have Elizabeth Berkley of all people. I mean, weren't you shocked that she did this movie, or were you, because of the drug use, you thought she was just totally...
I wanted to do the movie. I think I could have done a little better. I'm Screech.
You'd have been the main character, huh? And had the stage penis. I don't know what shows in Vegas do guys only. I think that one all-male review, there's an all-male review. I'm trying to think of the show. I guess you could have been in that one.
Chippendales.
Yeah, the Chippendales. You could have been one of the Chippendales. You know what? I've been meaning to bring this up for a long time in my stories talking about you and the porn. You remind me of Shaggy, like a real-life Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Has anybody ever given you crap about that?
No.
Because you totally sound like Shaggy. No, you do. You really do. You could make money being the new voice because they're doing new Scooby-Doo episodes with Warner Brothers. You should be over there doing their voiceover.
Well, I'll give it some thought. Maybe they'll pay me.
Well, right now, I think you better worry about getting out of jail.
I'm going to hire Mr. Belding.
I think that's funny. You obviously had a good relationship with that actor. I mean, you acted with him on screen for 15 years. Did you ever hang out, speaking of all these crazy wild parties, did you ever hang out with the adult actors like Mrs. Bliss and Mr. Belding?
Yeah.
How about the guy that was in the cafe? I forget his name. He was kind of wild. He always wore the striped shirts and the real bright polka dotted shirts. Did you hang out with him ever? He ran the cafe.
Absolutely.
Everything is absolutely with you. I swear you must be on a gag order. Were we not supposed to be doing this interview? Or are you kind of doing my producer a favor or something?
Well,
do we need to wait till the trial?
So.
What's that? Do we need
I got to wrap this up, though.
You got arrested on Seinfeld. What's that?
I got to kind of wrap things up,
Oh, you're not allowed to be. See, I kind of figured you weren't allowed to talk. Well, I do appreciate you coming on, and I really like having the live comments from the actual person in the story as much as I can get them, especially when they're celebrities. So thanks again for coming on. I guess we could let you off the line so the judge doesn't put you in jail for contempt. And hey, man, good luck to you, and keep in touch. I wouldn't mind doing a film with you, actually.
Anytime. Call my lawyer, Mr. Belding. Hey, Mr. Belding.
All right, take it
I'm
easy.
John St. John.
That was Screech from Saved by the Bell. And
wow, you really ended that interview with a screeching halt there, Screech.
I did. Oh, Screech could not talk. It's pretty obvious Dustin Diamond could not talk on the air. So that's okay. We got as much as we could out of him. The point is, it sounds to me, and just right out of his mouth, it was a little more exaggerated than what the media headline had you believe. But he obviously didn't want to say too much. So good luck to Screech from Saved by the Bell, and we'll be right back after this to wrap it up. And I think I want to have my final closing thoughts on that whole incident, and maybe doing a film. So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jet Williams. Even though I never knew my father, Hank Williams, his legacy taught me the meaning of lending a helping hand. That's why I support the Orphan Foundation of America. OFA is committed to providing education, mentoring, and a workplace readiness for thousands of teens aging out of the foster care system. With the help of OFA's support programs, these young people can go to college and trade school, graduate, and make the leap from foster care to success. To learn how you can help, visit orphan.org.
Can I ask you a question, Dustin?
What?
Is it really
I challenge
everybody?
him to physical combat.
Who?
Ant yesterday.
Oh, no,
for his call.
No, you're not going to touch Ant. All right?
If he agrees to combat, if you agreed to combat, I'd fight you.
And I'll wear your ass out.
Would you?
Toe to toe with me?
Come on.
Would you? How we gonna go from Ant to me? You
I'm saying you're putting yourself in a
mind.
You're putting yourself
wear
in
your
a
ass out.
All
You
right.
must be out your stupid ass mind.
Okay, come on.
Your tell you what else the damn next way in 3 pounds. Get your fat ass out of here.
Go ahead, Dustin. You're
3
done.
pounds. Get the out of here, man.
Everyone else has been up. I don't have to go anywhere.
Somebody get his ass out of here. You are full of
Done, Dustin.
I know you're child. I will beat your. You must be out of your part-time cartoon mind.
If you agree, we can set up a
Don't you
UFC
ever
match
damn
anytime.
ever threaten me. Don't you ever threaten me and wait for toxic things.
Sorry, guys. I feel you. I understand. Something's going on.
Help your fat ass.
You put yourself in a
You
protected spot.
first after you said you kick his ass, you say you kick mine. What the don't you ever think?
Did I say I kicked your
Yes,
ass?
you did. You
You
stood
don't
right
take
there.
back what I said?
You know what I'm
Is that
going
what
to
I
do,
said?
because I'll wear your ass out.
That's a threat.
And think nothing of you damn right. It's a promise. It's not a promise. It's a promise. But you ever in your life ever threaten me, bitch? Get off. Because I will wear your ass out. Now you take that to your poor convention. And get the out of here. Whatever. Get out of your mind. Talking about kicking my ass.
And we're back on the best morning after ever radio show. Just wrapping up. We were just coming back from the break. That was another blowout that Screech, Dustin Diamond, had a few years back on the Celebrity Fit Club show. He was having it out with one of the judges, Harvey, and man, they were about to beat the crap out of each other. I mean, that was pretty scary there. You had Ant, which is funny. Ant was the host. I've had the opportunity to work with him briefly when I was an extra in a movie here shot in Chicago. But anyway, it's funny that he was hosting it, and then he had all those celebrity judges, and then here comes Screech doing his thing. Screech just, I think, Dustin Diamond, you could tell he was on a gag order. Normally he'd be a little more boisterous and like to talk all night. He likes to cause controversy, obviously, and get attention to whatever project he's working on. And unfortunately, we couldn't really talk too much about it tonight after the stabbing in Wisconsin, but I mean, that was a perfect example of classic Screech, getting himself in trouble just for the attention. But that he did get kicked off of the show. I'm sure he got paid, but he didn't finish the episodes. Obviously, he didn't finish and weigh in and do the final episodes of the show. But it did make a lot of news headlines. So again, Screech is in the news. I mean, this latest one is him stabbing somebody at a bar. It's supposedly accidental. Can't really comment. As you heard, he's actually on a gag order. We got him to talk because my friend is also friends with him, my producer friend. But, I guess it is what it is. We'll see how that plays out. And I would actually, he invited me. I would be interested in doing an adult film with Screech from Saved by the Bell. So that was an invite. We'll have our agents work together, and let's make it happen. So that was that. It was our special Saturday night show, special breaking news about the tell-all book, and then also the stabbing with Screech, Dustin Diamond. I am your host, John St. John. Everybody have a good rest of the weekend, and obviously we'll talk to you next week. Take care.